Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Rob's Movie Reviews. This week, I want to do another horror film for you since we are rapidly approaching Halloween. This time, I want to do one of my favorites from when I was young. This film came out in 1979. It was a movie entitled Phantasm. It's a very, very, very good horror film. I like it because it is extremely unique. It's very different from anything else that I had seen up to that time or since then, with the combination of the cinematography, the very bizarre script, the unorthodox style of storytelling. The entire movie, it's almost like you're watching someone else's bad dream, and that really makes it appeal to me a lot. I love the film. I think it's fantastic. It stars Angus Scrimm, Michael Baldwin, Bill Thornberry, and Reggie Bannister. Angus Scrimm, of course, any fans of the Phantasm franchise out there is going to know, is the actor who plays the Tall Man, a very underrated horror movie villain, in my personal opinion. You know, you mention horror, you ask somebody who's their favorite horror movie villain, you almost always hear, the norms: Michael Myers, Jason Voorhees, Freddy Krueger. You get some pinheads thrown in there, but very seldom do you hear anybody these days bring up the Tall Man. And I think he was just as frightening as any of those others, if not more, in his own special way. It was a great movie. Michael Baldwin plays a young boy named Michael, whose older brother Jody and his friend Reggie are good friends with the guy that we see murdered at the very beginning of the movie. And they won't let him go to the funeral, so he sneaks to the cemetery and watches from the bushes. And after everyone has left, that's when he sees some very strange things happening with the Tall Man, and realizes that things aren't exactly on the level at the mortuary there, that something odd is going on. And he tells his brother Jody, and who doesn't believe him at first, but eventually Jody goes and investigates and starts to believe himself that there is something very wrong going on at that mortuary. They enlist the help of their friend Reggie, played by Reggie Bannister. And I don't want to give away too much of this for anybody that hasn't seen it, but it is a very bizarre story. It's a horror film, but it's kind of a science fiction film as well. There's several science fiction elements to it. It doesn't involve it involves aliens and from another dimension, which makes it really interesting. It's a fun movie. If you've never seen Phantasm, get you some popcorn, turn the lights down, sit back on the couch and watch it. And there's some legitimate scares in it. It's just it's a lot of fun to watch. Uh, Another thing of importance I'd like to point out: the exterior of the mortuary in the movie was actually filmed in Oakland, California. It was the Dunmire Hellman Mansion there in Oakland, and they used shots of the mansion to stand in as the exterior of the mortuary in the film. And anybody who is a hardcore horror fan like myself is also going to recognize that same exact building as being used in a horror film. I'm not sure if it came out before. I think it came out before Phantasm, maybe around the same time, but I digress. The film I'm talking about is Burnt Offerings. So that mansion was also used in the film Burnt Offerings. And I just thought that would be interesting for anybody that has an interest in movie locations and sets. I thought that was kind of cool. But I'm getting off the main point. I just wanted to run through this movie real quick, give you a few loose interpretation or gist of the plot, so to speak. I don't want to tell you too much because anybody that's watching this that hasn't seen it, I don't want to ruin it for them. But this is a movie I highly recommend, especially with Halloween coming up. You could probably find it on streaming services. You can, I don't know if you can rent the DVD of it anywhere or not, but it shouldn't be that hard to find. It may even be on YouTube. I'm not 100% sure. But this is definitely a good Halloween movie, a good sit in the dark with a bowl of popcorn and prepare to be frightened movie. It's a lot of fun, and I hope you check it out. And that's going to wrap up my review this week. And until next time, you all take care.